on the honor system. That means if you wake up every morning to Michael Hill on Morning Edition, if you are on your commute home from work, you're listening.
Style 2 little black dresses for day and night with me using
A voluntary contribution, and we hope you do it right now. The way to do it, wnyc.org, or give us a call, 888-376-9692.
That's 888-376-9692, or you can just go online, self-serve there at wnyc.org. There's a donate button there. You've been listening for some time now and deeply value the news you hear every day. You've listened during pledge drives like this one and thought, yeah, I really should give something to WNYC. Well, how about now is the time to do it? You count on us, we count on you. Listener support makes up the largest share of WNYC's funding. We do this because you support us. Become a new member. Become a member now. A monthly sustaining contribution. Let's just save $10 a month. That's a good place to start. So how about going to WNYC.org right now? There's a donate button there, and it's waiting just for you. Or you can call 888-376-9692. That's 888-376-9692.
And we have a way to show your support for public radio, for WNYC right now, and that's with the WNYC umbrella, something you, as I understand from Michael Hill, you could probably use today. It might be some light rain. So for a donation of $8 a month, we will thank you with our WNYC umbrella. It's got the auto open close button. It's a light blue color with the classic red WNYC logo, and you can get this with a special donation level of $8 a month. The price goes up later, so now is when you want to jump on it. Give us a call, 888-376-9692, or pledge online at wnyc.org. Thank you so much.
Inflation even affects stock market indicators.
Marketplace Morning Report is supported by Schwab. Schwab offers investors choices like full-service wealth management, self-directed investing options, and trading on Thinkorswim. More at schwab.com.
I'm David Brancaccio. A surge in stock buying yesterday pushed the Dow, S&P, and the NASDAQ to record highs yesterday. This after an inflation report that showed improvement. The S&P gained 1.2%. The NASDAQ went up 1.4%. Here's Marketplace's Henry Epp.
A slightly cooler inflation report made traders optimistic again that an interest rate cut from the Federal Reserve might be on the way, helping send stocks to record highs. Wall Street's thinking goes, lower interest rates means cheaper borrowing costs, means more potential for companies to grow. After a strong start to the year for stocks, hopes that the Fed would start cutting rates faded over the past few months as inflation data and other broad measures of the U.S. economy consistently came in hotter than expected. That made it more likely that policymakers would hold rates higher for longer to try to tamp down economic activity in order to slow down rising prices. Wall Street didn't love that. But now traders think a rate cut could be back on the table in the fall. Besides the latest inflation numbers, they've been encouraged by other signs of cooling. Retail sales were flat in April, and hiring growth slowed down too. I'm Henry Epp for Marketplace.
This morning, S&P and NASDAQ futures are up just slightly. There's new data on what it's costing the economy, when so many people don't have access to mental health care. The cost for the U.S. is $477 billion this year, according to a report from the Deloitte and the Meharry School of Global Health. And that number could rise to a staggering $1.3 trillion a year by the year 2040. Marketplace's Samantha Fields reports.
People of color, women, and low-income people face the biggest inequities when it comes to mental health and accessing mental health care, and that can affect their physical health.
Those with mental health conditions have a more difficult time managing chronic conditions.
Dr. Jay Bott is with the Deloitte Center for Health Solutions and Health Equity Institute.
And that can spiral out of control if the mental health condition isn't treated.
And when conditions spiral out of control, people often end up sicker, and their health care costs more. Daryl Gaskin at the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health says that excess medical care is just one part of the economic cost of mental health inequities.
But also illness and sickness hinders their ability to work.
So lost productivity in the labor market is another cost.
And then the last part is premature death, and death is expensive.
Add up those three things and you get that $477 billion. The biggest factors determining someone's health outcomes have to do with where they live. Thomas Leviste at the Tulane School of Public Health and Tropical Medicine says investing in things like housing, education, food, and medical care makes a big difference.
Whenever we talk about addressing inequities in health, the response is always, well, that costs money.
But he says doing nothing costs a lot too. I'm Samantha Fields for Marketplace.
Student loan holders, you have a couple extra weeks to consolidate eligible commercial student loans into a federal program. The Department of Education just extended the deadline through June 30th. Look up Federal Family Education Loan Program for details. This is a step that's required for those eligible to get older student debt canceled.
Marketplace Morning Report is supported by Palo Alto Networks. Palo Alto Networks delivers what's next in cybersecurity innovation to protect today's digital way of life. Learn more at paloaltonetworks.com. And by C3 Generative AI. Verified, traceable answers, secure, hallucination-free, LLM-agnostic, IP liability-free. Learn more at c3.ai.
It's 6:57 and you're listening to WNYC. It's our spring fundraiser. We are raising the money today that keeps WNYC coming to you. We are listener-supported radio. Make a contribution now, and it will come right back to you in the form of news, information, and programming that you hear and you rely on every day. So we're asking you right now to pledge your support to WNYC. Here's two ways to do it. WNYC.org, or you can call 888-376-9692. You are listening to Listener-Supported Morning Edition on WNYC. I'm Michael Hill, and with us is Matt Katz, our public safety reporter for WNYC Gothamus. Matt, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. You know, maybe you're out there and you've been listening to WNYC for a couple of years and haven't had the opportunity, the means to give us a call and give. Now is the perfect time, because this drive, we are asking you, that's you, to be one of 10,000 listeners to give to WNYC. We picked 10,000 because we have no paywall, we have no subscription fees, we can't raise the price for WNYC, even when our costs, like to pay NPR for national and international news, even when our costs go up. And that's because there's no price for WNYC, and there never will be. We rely on our listeners to use the honor system. And if they listen to us every day, if they value us, if they rely on us, then we hope they give to us voluntarily. Please become one of those 10,000 contributors. Give us a call, 888-376-9692, or you can give online at wnyc.org.
That's wnyc.org, or you can